What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in. Today in this video, guys, I'm going to talk to you guys about why I sold my jewel. I'm going to explain to you my thoughts, thinks, and thonks, and what did I sell my jewel for? Of course, I didn't sell all my jewel, guys. I mean, come on. I got Ricky Bobby over here. He's rolling the dice. Anyways, let's go ahead and talk about how you guys can play the heroes and what you guys need to select or what you guys need to look for in the heroes. If you guys want to see like a demo of me selecting heroes, I'll have one in the Discord if you guys want to check this out. But this is going to be a full deep dive on how to select the heroes, how to value them, and we're going to be digging in a bunch of old articles and some serious alpha. So if you guys like some alpha and you guys want to learn about all this junk, stay tuned. Let's go and get into it. I got my handy dandy notes I'm going to roll out so you guys can see. I have ADHD, so I need to do these notes so I can stay focused. So why did I sell Jewel? Well, what did I sell for? Just like I explained. Now, the Gen 0 heroes are like what the snap, nuts and ham, price go boom. And there's a reason why. It's all understandable. However, what's the next best thing that people can get? The Gen 1s. Now let me explain to you guys my thoughts, thinks, and thonks, why I like the hero price action better than the jewel. Of course, I did not sell all of my jewel. I want to explain to you guys four reasons why. First, these NFTs are yield-bearing assets. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys these screenshots of what I'm talking about. For example, the Gen 0 rare, of course, is only getting you about a 2% APR. Everything is relative because it's priced in jewel. However, if you have a legendary pirate for 250 jewel, this is earning you 217% APR. Now, you have a common Gen 4 monk for 115 jewel, earning you 8,500% APR. These are APRs, not APYs, and it is earning you $190 a day. Now you're like, what the snap? Where is this coming from? Well, it's coming from the items from the quests. Guys, these NFTs are actually used to make you money. If you aren't sending them on quests, I don't know what else to tell you, bro. You need to send them on quests, and hopefully you get that egg so you can give me the egg because I want the egg. I'm just kidding. If you guys get the egg, hold on to that sucker. Not financial advice, but that egg is fire sauce. But you guys can see these APRs right here. If you can't see them, zoom. Oh, yeah, we can't zoom that much. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, we just zoomed. Oh, yeah, that's awesome. Okay, so you guys can see these different APRs. Now, 8,500% definitely beats the jewel APR. Now, let's go and look at another screenshot so you guys can see some more. You guys can pause your screen so you guys can see what the other yields are, I guess. This was actually in our Discord, so you guys can check this out as well. Shout out to Dr. Mintz. He's in our Discord. He kind of found these little APR ranks, and I am like having a spaz moment. What the snap? Okay, so Dr. Mintz, he actually pointed these. So this is just kind of like a screen of some of the APRs. Obviously, these change from time to time, but the point is these are yield-bearing assets or NFTs. Now, the second point I have is I'm not saying Jewel won't pump because, well, it's been pumping, but the point is you don't want Jewel to pump like nuts and ham because that creates a barrier to entry for people to play the game. Now, if people aren't playing the game, what's the point of Jewel? Well, then that's the whole point. If people are not buying Jewel to play the game, then that causes everything to quote unquote go down. I mean, take a look at Axie Infinity, for example, with SLP. With SLP going down more and more and more in price, people having to pony up so much money to get and play the game, they're not able to pony up and play the game because it's not worth it for them at that point. Now, if you're having a massive price pump on Jewel or a massive price pump, for example, on the Axies, like the NFTs, then people can't play the game. If people can't play the game, then no one buys SLP except for the people already playing. But once they level up their guys, then you guys got to understand how the economy works and how the game works. And then you understand you don't want a massive price pump on Jewel because that will hurt the game. However, you don't want a massive price dump on Jewel because that will also hurt the game. So you want a steady price action. However, you guys are looking for something to appreciate in price. So what is that? Of course, not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but so far the NFTs are holding really well. Now, there are certain NFTs that you need to pick, and I'll explain that later in this video. It's not just throw a dart and be like, yeah, bro. No, it's not like that. It's a little more complex. Number 4, or 3, actually. I have 4. What the snap? Whatever. Notes, ADHD, right? It is being farmed right now, and mining is about to come out. We don't know how the mining is going to be. It's an unknown factor. So what if they mine really, really fast? Then it could hurt the price of Jewel. What if it mines really, really slow? Then it could pump the price. We don't know. So I hold a position in Jewel, and I still hold these NFTs. So we don't know. And fourth, I want to explain to you is this. I think it'll still be bullish when Crystal Veil launches, but I still think people may sell their Jewel to go buy Crystal. Yes, you use Jewel to farm Crystal, but eventually when people realize the APR is lower, and that's just not realizing, that's just over time, the APR is lower and people are like, oh man, I missed the farming event. Let me just go buy Crystal. So they buy Crystal instead of buying Jewel. So you have less people buying Jewel. And if you know how markets work, red button mean down, green button go up. But if no one's pressing green button, then it just stays the same. Now, there are people who are farming it who are selling it, which means red button go down. It's just markets. But I want to give you guys this case study. Let's go ahead and give this case study of the Gen Zeros. When they launched, it was about actually 1,000 to 2,000 Joule. And I don't know why I wrote AKA. I was going to write price, but then I was like, wait, you can't write price because it's price in Joule. So it was 1,000, 2,000 Joule. Now, the floor is about 6,200 Joule. That's just the floor, and it actually keeps rising. It's probably about 6,800 now. But the point is it 3x'd, or actually more than 3x'd the price of Joule. Why is that? Well, because it's priced in Joule, okay? So Joule went up, great, awesome. But your hero actually went up in price in Joule, and it went up in price in the price action of Joule, if you guys catch my drift. So it 3x'd on top of a 8x, so it 24x'd. Hence why you could have bought a hero for like 6 grand, 8 grand, and the hero is now worth like 60 grand. Or no, it's about 50 grand. But the point is like it has a better price action for that aspect. Of course, I'm not saying it's going to be the same, but I want to use that as an example so you guys can understand that. Now, how do we pick these heroes? Well, I'm going to explain to you guys the different ways to pick them and what you guys need to look for. And in the Discord, I'll do a demo on how you can actually do it in the marketplace. Wow. I thought I was over with puberty. Wait, it's whatever. Anyways, you go through the marketplace and you either select certain ones or you deselect certain ones. So it's actually a really easy way. Instead of looking at all the heroes that are listed, you can actually select, hey, I want to look for this, this, and this. And I'll show you guys what you guys need to look for. But of course, that's in Discord. So what do you need to look for in these heroes? Well, first off, let's go ahead and check out some of the Medium articles. So this is on the Gen Zero heroes. And you're like, okay, why is Drake telling me this? Okay, well, you need to understand this. Heroes each have their own starting stats determined by the class. Okay, so they have stats determined by the class. Okay, so what's a class? Okay, cool. Okay, whatever. Heroes will have primary and secondary stat growth parameters. These parameters help determine the chances of successfully upgrading each stat. Oh, okay, so certain heroes get higher stats because they're just better at it. So an example of this is the Paladin. The Paladin's good at mining. So being that it's good at mining, it has a stronger endurance and a stronger strength. Strength and endurance, mining, you get tired, you got to be strong. Whatever, guys, you guys understand. It's kind of common sense. And same thing with fishing. What do you think would be common sense? Well, you don't have to be wise for fishing. I mean, you got to have some wisdom. Yeah, maybe some intelligence. But with fishing, they call it luck. You got to be lucky. I call it blessed, but you got to be lucky. Now, when you're fishing, you got to be quick. You got to, like that fish is on the hook, you got to whoop, and you got to hook them. So it's agility. And yeah, it's just so you can understand it. Now, foraging. What is foraging? Well, you got to be smart. You got to make sure that you're picking the right berries, because if you pick the wrong berry, you could kill your family. So you got to have some intelligence. And now you also got to have dexterity. Why is that? Well, when you're foraging, you use these suckers. So if you're good with your hands, you're good with your dexterity. You know, like I can't remember what they call them. It's like I think it's digits. But anyways, the definition of dexterity is like being really good with your hands. So you got to be good with your hands. Okay, so we understand that part. Great, awesome. Of course, I left out the other one, which is gardening, because who cares? It's just the last two stats, and everyone knows you just buy the fruits and vegetables from the farm. I'm just kidding, guys. You guys need to learn how to plant your own crops. All right, so primary and secondary stat values are based on the hero's class. For example, a knight only has 70 strength as a primary stat, while a wizard has 30. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. You can permanently increase these percentages by having higher level heroes and spending extra Gaia tiers while summoning. Guys, that's a bit of alpha right there. So if you want to have increased percentages, summon heroes with a higher level and extra tiers. Don't say I didn't tell you so. So when you level up your hero, the game will roll, this is for leveling up your hero. I don't need to explain all these stats. I'll explain them in the Discord, but TLDR it's kind of the luck of the draw, and you use different runes for helping you. And what's the use cases for these different, I guess you can say, characters or features of each character, or skills? That's what it is. And the use cases are this. Just like I explained to you. If you go foraging, what do you need to be good at? You want to be intelligent. You want to be good with these, dexterity. So you want to have high dexterity and high intelligence. Why? Guys, it all comes back to the money. If you can find an egg, who's going to be the best at finding the egg? Well, the person who's best with the hands and best with this. When you send them on the quest, they go get it, they bring you money, and then you sell it or you hold it, you do whatever you want. Okay, we broke down that first part. Second, breaking down advanced hero classes, stats, and rarities. Okay, I know you guys are looking at it and you're like, okay, we got basic class, it's selling like 50 jewel. And then we got advanced and it's like, what the snap? It's like 350 jewel. And then you got like, bro, elite? What the snap? Where did those prices come from? I mean, dude, I've never seen that many digits on the screen. And then you're like, bro, just hold your coffee. It's okay, because they have an even higher class. It's called Exalted. It's called the Dread Knight. And it's like, whoa. It's so cool, man. Anyways, just check out this chart. The name says it all. But you got Basic, Advanced, Elite, and Exalted. This guy's got a sword. I don't want to mess with this guy. This guy, I want him on my squad. Be on the Digi squad, baby. I'm hiring. All right, anyways, the point is the higher the class, the better off you are. So let's go and explain a couple of things with these classes. Now, the biggest thing you need to understand with the classes is the higher the class, the higher the percentages they can grow in each of the stats. So stats and rarities. Advanced classes have a primary gross rate. Well, advanced classes have a base primary gross stat sum of 450. Or 450%. What that means is a base class can grow as much as 400%. Now, the advanced can grow up to 450%. And the elite can be 500%. And then the Dread Knight, it's just like, it's that flex power, bro. It's just like, it's like that boss that kills them all. It's like playing Ratchet and Clank and you got the Rhino. The Rhino is like the best gun in the game. Or it's like playing RuneScape and the guy's wearing the Santa hat and you're in the wilderness with him and you guys stare each other down and you're like, wait, don't kill me. I'll drop all my items now and you can have them for free. And then he's like, okay, do that. You drop them all and then he kills you anyways. And it's like, what? The Dread Knight is where it's at, bro. That's the TLDR. Okay, so now you understand the stats. Now, what are the rarities? You have common, if you want to ride that common life. And then you can be like uncommon, like, dude, I got 3 eyes. I'm so cool. And then you can be like rare, and you're like, oh, what the snap? That guy's got a Pikachu. And then you can be like legendary, and it's like, dude, that guy's got Zapdos. And then you can be like mythic. And then it's like, bro, that guy's caught all the Pokemon. How the snap did he do that? The rarities have some specialties. You guys see this chart? If you guys have a mythic it will be the best in class. So like, for example, a common in the stats, it could be a top of 200. This would be for endurance. However, with a mythic, you can be 225. So it's like, what the snap, dude? I'm 25 faster than you. I don't know if that made sense, but it makes sense to me. Like, I run at a 200x, and then this guy's running at a 225x. So this guy's going to be lapping me after 8 laps. So he'll run 9 laps when I run 8. The reason why is because, 200 divided by 25 is 8, and 225 divided by 25 is 9. Whatever. The point is Mythic is where it's at. Mythic and Elite, if you can't get Exalted. I mean, Exalted's really where it's at, because you get the guy with the big sword, and it's like, what the snap? Okay, anyways, enough with that. Now, here are some stats you need to understand. The differences come in additional bonuses. So uncommon has +1 to 2 random mutually exclusive stats. Okay, what the snap? That's cool. Now, rare, +1 to 3 randomly mutually exclusive stats. And +1 to a random stat. Okay, what the snap? That's good. Legendary, +1 to 3 random, +1 to 2 random, and +2 to a random stat. Okay, that's a lot of jibber jabber. TLDR on it, guys, is this. The higher the card, the more boosts you get. Boosts mean you win the game. Like when you're in a card game, Need for Speed, what do? The guy with NOS always wins. Like NOS, every time. Like, like literally half a mile before the race ends, you're like, dude, I'm going to win. And then the boss presses on the NOS, and then you lose, and it's like, whatever, my car's over. So yeah, those are the different stats. Now let's go to another thing we need to talk about, which is the skills. Okay, now we got all the rarities and all the stuff and all this and all that. Let me break it down to you again. Remember, mining, strength, and endurance, because you gotta be strong, and then you gotta be like water. Water. But if you're a miner and you got good endurance, you're like, I don't need that water. Okay, you guys are looking at that example and you're like, what a loser. You guys are going to remember that. I know you will. This would be like, mining. What's mining good at? Oh, yeah. Water. That's what you'll remember. Now, gardening. It's like, bro, I understand everything. I'm so smart. I know you plant an apple seed and you get an apple tree. Or it's like, bro, I know blueberries are blue. And then it's vitality. It's like, bro, I eat so many greens, it's just like exuberating off my body. Like, look, I'm yellow because I eat lemons. And then I'm orange because I eat oranges. Whatever. Now, foraging, it's like, bro, I'm good with my digits. I'm skilled. I know how to find all the good stuff. Wop. Oh, bro, you're going to pick those berries and you're going to eat them. You're going to die. I know that because I'm intelligent. I'm smart. I don't touch that. I'm intelligent enough to know that blackberry is death, but that blueberry is life. So I'm smart and I'm good with my hands. Like, I pick up the berry. I don't want to damage it. I'm good with my hands. All right, whatever. Next is fishing. You got to be quick because, I know I throw a rod in the water and I'm like, I literally throw the rod in the water and I can't catch anything. However, when I'm fishing, I throw that rod and that hook's in there and I'm like, dude, I'm lucky. I caught a fish. But wait, you can't just be lucky. You got to be quick. You got to be, boom, I got him. Done. Death. The fish is mine. So agility, luck. Get it. Got it. Good. Okay, now you guys understand that. Now you guys got the best stuff. I got the best fisher. I got the quick, lucky guy. What do I do now? Okay, well, I need to perform quests. Okay, that's great. Okay, well, I'll just do the wishing well. Well, the wishing well is for losers. It's like the pimps. You don't want to be in the wishing well. You want to be doing like some skilled quest. So the skilled quests are going to be like your foraging or your gardening or your mining or your fishing, the stuff like that. Now, you got to waste 5 stamina for that. And that doesn't matter what here. However, with a fisherman, if you fish with a miner, it takes 7 stamina. So like you go to fish, it's going to cost you 7 stamina. Why don't we show you what I'm talking about so you can be like, what the snap is this guy talking about? So if I go fish with a fisher, and I say, Fisher Tom, I want to start a quest. Well, it's 7 stamina per attempt. However, it's 5 for heroes with fishing. What's cool about this is the stamina is 25. Remember, those Mythic guys, they get 225 stamina. So them guys are getting 5 extra quests at level 100 while you're like, bro, I'm riding that weak sauce. And then you're like, okay, whatever. Okay, so you get 7 stamina if you're fishing with a miner. Now you guys understand all those skills and concepts. Put them to the test. What do you got to do? You go to the marketplace. Nah, I'm just kidding, guys. It's called the tavern. You know, because the tavern's like where it's at. You go to the agent and you're like, bruh, I want to buy some heroes because I got all this information. I don't know what to do with it. So you go to buy the heroes. And this is where you can figure out what the prices are. Of course, the demo is for the Discord. So stay tuned. But you guys have some information to be deadly now. Use it to your best of your abilities. And also, I will leave this link in the description below. This kind of like sums it all up. Because I know you guys are like, I got a monk. What's a monk good at? Well, the monk, he stinks at foraging. I don't want him. Stinks at mining. Stinks at gardening. And he sucks at fishing. What the snap. Oh, I want a ninja for fishing. I want a sage for foraging. I want a sage for gardening. I want a paladin for mining. Okay, makes sense. Let's do it. Alright guys, hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll leave the link in the description below so you guys can catch all this junk. If you guys want to join the Discord, there's a link in the description below. It is that Patreon link. The Discord link is there as well. Basically what's in there is just a bunch of strategies I'm doing. Some altcoin alpha, some crypto alpha, and a bunch of giga chads in there. Way smarter than me. It's not saying much. But let's go and leave you guys with a wisdom one-liner. Okay, Proverbs chapter 13 verses 5? Yeah, it's 5. All right. Man, dude, my internet is like, what the snap? The righteous hate what is false, but the wicked make themselves a stench and bring shame on themselves. Be righteous, be true, be wise, be good. Why is that? Because you always want to tell the truth. Like, if you don't tell the truth, well, then you're always going to be lying because you got to cover up the dumb lie. And then it's like, are you lying to me? You were lying to me the whole time. And you're like, no, I wasn't. You're lying to me now. So eventually when you lie, you got to eventually cover up that lie with a lie. How do you remember all that stuff, bro? You must be really smart if you're a good liar. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you in the next one. You guys can also catch me on tweeters. It's at rent a home fast. Like literally at rent a home fast.